A very good evening to all my dear students of class 12B. I pray to Almighty for the well-being, for the welfare of the each creature available on this earth. And I hope to all of you also that you all will be very happy, will be very fine and safe and healthy at your residence. This is the time for us in which we have to take care about yourself in a very careful manner. Okay, so be easy. Try to read as you are the board students right now, so try to utilize your time in the best way. Try to read the things as much as you can. Okay, so we are right now trying to finish our first chapter. In history, you just know one thing, that history is a very lengthy subject. Okay, and I get interest while I teach line by line. We are discussing about the scripts of Indus Valley civilization, and I told you the maximum 26 signs were available. I mean, on a particular inscription. We have discussed something about weights also. Then we were trying to discuss about the political system of Indus Valley civilization. Am I right? So 8.1, palaces and the king. If we look for a center of power for the depiction of people in power, archaeological records provide no immediate answer. Okay, if we try to find out, if we try to sort out about the power or for depiction of people in power, there is no archaeological evidence that can exactly suggest us what the reality is. A large building found at Mohenjo-daro was labeled as a palace by archaeologists, but no spectacular finds were associated with it. A stone statue was labeled and continues to be known as Priest King. I have discussed this thing earlier also. This is because archaeologists were familiar with Mesopotamian history and its priest king concept and have found parallel in this Indus region. But as we will see that ritual practices of the Harappan civilization are not well understood, yet you are their enemies. If nor are there any means to knowing whether those who performed them also held political power. Till this point we have finished, I think. Some archaeologists are in this opinion that Harappan society had no rulers. Underline this point, okay? Very important. Some archaeologists, just looking the diversities of Indus Valley civilization, they are in this notion that there were no rulers in Indus Valley civilization, and that everybody enjoyed equal status. Okay, each person was equal in the society. Okay, there was no differentiation on the basis of caste, creed, political order, or social order or economical order. Everybody was equal and enjoying the equal status of rights. Others feel there was a single ruler but several. Okay, other archaeologists feel that there was not a single ruler, but there were several rulers. That Mohenjo-daro had a separate ruler, Harappa had a separate ruler, Lothal had a separate ruler, Alamgirpur had a separate ruler. Then Chahundolo had a separate ruler, Mohenjo-daro has a separate ruler. So, according to these archaeologists, in Indus Valley civilization, each city used to have a different kind of ruler. Yet others argue that there was a single state given in similarity in artifacts, the evidence of planned settlements, and the standardized ratio of brick size and the establishment of settlement near sources of raw material. Now, on the basis of four arguments, some archaeologists try to confirm, try to consider that these settlements, this civilization was governed by a single ruler and it was unified in nature. What are those 4 points? Those 4 points are: Number one, similarity in artifacts. I mean, earlier I told you that the artifacts that are found from Mohenjo-daro, the same artifacts have also been found from Lothal. The artifacts that have been found from Lothal, same artifacts has also been found from Harappa. So, similarity in artifacts. Number two, the evidence of planned settlement. The town planning of the city of Indus Valley civilization is equal and same in nature in all over the world. I mean, the sites from where Indus Valley civilization have been reconstructed or found, the I mean, the size or the, what should I say, the city planning, the city settlement planning is same. Third point is the standardized ratio of brick size. Okay, the brick, brick. So the size, the ratio, that is the standard size has been followed in all over the Indus Valley civilization to make the houses, and the establishment of settlement near sources of raw material, and the establishment of the settlements near the sources of raw material also suggest that this civilization was led by some central ruler, and whole civilization, whole sites were just unified in nature, and they were the part of the a particular dynasty or region or state. As of now, the last theory seems to be the most plausible. Okay, plausible. Underline the last one. Which is the last one? That Indus Valley civilization's ruler was centralized in nature. One ruler was there in all over the civilization. Okay, and this is a very acceptable value, as it is unlikely that the entire communities could have collectively made and implemented such complex decision. Why? Because these are very basic points: similarity on artifacts, similarity on bricks, okay, town planning, and settlement on the sources about raw material. These are very basic things, and if there would have been a diversity and diversified ruling system in Indus Valley civilization, or multiple ruling system in Indus Valley civilization, then the difference can easily be sorted out. But as we all know that there is no difference at all, so we can easily say that at that time a uniform state was there, uniform province was there. Whole Indus Valley civilization was a uniform in nature, was uniform in nature, and ultimately what happened? A single ruler, a centralized ruler, used to rule over there. According to Piggott, sir, Stuart Piggott, one passage has also come of him. Okay, the most ancient, I mean, uh, system that was discovered in Harappa. This passage of Stuart Piggott, I think. So Stuart Piggott has considered Harappa and Mohenjo-daro as the twin capital of Indus Valley civilization. Again, I repeat, Mr. Stuart Piggott, an archaeologist, has mentioned Harappa and Mohenjo-daro as the twin capital of uh, Indus Valley civilization. So now finally we come to the heading number 9, the end of civilization. The end of civilization. We come to now this heading, how the Indus Valley civilization was ended up. Okay. Okay. The end of the civilization we are studying about. There is evidence that by 1800 BCE, the most of the mature Harappan sites in regions such as Cholistan has been abandoned. Okay, so it is considered that by 1800 BCE, the most of the mature Harappan, I mean again I say Harappan and mature Harappan. So mature means, the developed Harappan site like Cholistan was totally abandoned. Okay, it was not kept in use at that time. Simultaneously, there was an expansion of population into new settlements in Gujarat. So this civilization was shifted from Pakistan to Gujarat. Okay, Haryana and western Uttar Pradesh. In the few Harappan sites that continued to be occupied, that 1900 BCE, there appears to have been a transformation of material culture. Now, one thing from first paragraph, from starting 3 4 lines, what we come to understand, we try to know that migration was one of the region of the end of the civilization. As it was said that earlier the center was in Pakistan, in Cholistan, okay, but later on with the passage of time the center was shifted from Pakistan to India. The states like Tamil Nadu, also the states like Gujarat and Uttar Pradesh, okay. So from these in these states the Indus Valley civilization expanded up, and it abandoned the sites of Pakistan and Cholistan. In a few Harappan sites that continued to be occupied after 1900 BCE, there appears to have been a transformation of material culture, marked by the disappearance of the distinctive artifacts of the civilization. Weights, seals, specific weights, writing, long distance, trade, and craft specialization also disappeared. Okay. Now, what is the another thing, that suppose that on a particular place the raw material of making some good, some jewelry or some artifact is now no more. Suppose that there is no raw material, then why will the labor class would like to stay over there? So in the search of new thing, in the search of new source of material, raw material, these people used to travel from one place to another place. So that is why when a whole village used to shift from one place to another place, then we find no evidence of weights, seals or specific heads from a particular place, or any writing or long distance trade. We had no symbol of all these things, and craft specialization also disappeared. Craft specialization also disappeared from a particular place. In journal, far fewer material were used to make for few things. House construction techniques det- uh, deteriorate, sorry, deteriorated. Okay, deteriorated. Construction techniques deteriorated and large public structures were no longer pursued. Overall, artifact and settlements indicate a rural way of life in what are called late Harappan or successors cultures. Underline these two terms, late Harappan or successors culture. Late Harappan means mature Harappan. Okay. So in these areas, the life was very slow, and these are the newly developed areas of Indus Valley civilization. So that is why these areas were called late Harappan or successors culture. Successor cultures. Successor. What brought about these changes? Several explanations have been put forward. These range from climate change, underline these lines, okay? So, the end of the civilization was due to what? Due to climate change, number one, due to deforestation, number two, due to excessive floods, number three, due to shifting and drying up of rivers, number four, or overuse of the landscape, number five. Question will come in board examination, that what are the basic drawback for the decline of Indus Valley civilization. What are the basic causes that are responsible for the end of Indus Valley civilization? Then you'll have to write that due to flood, due to deforestation, due to excessive floods, due to shifting and or drying up rivers, or overuse of landscape, climate change, or some pandemic like thing also, these things are responsible for the decline of Indus Valley civilization. Okay, but they do not explain the collapse of entire civilization. But nobody is able to explain about the collapse of the whole empire system. Okay, whole Indus Valley civilization system. So these are some important point are to be noted down here. And right now, what is your homework? I will provide you to you tomorrow, and today just take rest. Okay, and we will talk tomorrow. Thank you for joining.